12. The news at 5:30 starts right now.
Thank you for joining us on the news at 5:30. Last night we were telling you guys there was concern for rains in the hill country with already saturated grounds. All things considered, they saw some rain, but still doing relatively well.
Still doing relatively well. There is still a warning for the Guadalupe from Hunt to Ingram, but we still have the chance tonight for more rain. So I want to jump straight to authority radar just to kind of give you an update. We did see the rain finally push through most of the area throughout most of the day, in fact, but right now we're still seeing a few showers and storms finally push to the east, but just to the south of San Antonio near Stockdale, Poth, and even going down to areas of Jordanton, trying to make its way up there, but it's really not making it that much, and it's going to continue over the next little while. But like I mentioned, some areas saw some heavy rainfall today. In fact, in San Antonio, just maybe areas of an inch at most, but the hill country just to the north of Kerrville, they saw some heavy rainfall earlier today, and that's why there is a flood warning still in effect until tomorrow morning along the Guadalupe. This does go from Hunt to areas just near Kerrville, especially because they're still saturated. So just keep in mind, if you are in the hill country area, to be advised, because we have more chances of rain tonight. We're still in a flood watch. We're still going to see the potential for some rain tonight into tomorrow. And once again, the main concern is some of the heavy rainfall rates associated with this can cause some issues with the low water crossings and the streets and the creeks. So I'll break down your futurecast and what you need to know going over tonight into tomorrow coming up in just a bit, JP.
Shelby, thank you. A drive-by shooting early Sunday morning has left one man injured. Police responded to the shooting near a downtown bar off of Live Oak Street and 37. That's where they found a 32-year-old man shot in the stomach. Investigators say an unknown vehicle pulled up, shot the man, and then took off. The victim was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. The investigation is ongoing. We're continuing to track the growing and tragic death toll of the Hill Country floods. As of right now, 129 people have been confirmed dead, with 103 of those being in Kerr County. Kerr County officials report 67 of them were adults and 36 were children. Kendall County officials confirm 8 people have died there, and 4 other counties are reporting deaths as well. This as at least 150 people are still missing statewide, and that's just the number of people that have been reported. And continuing our coverage of the devastating Hill Country floods, it's been over a week since July 4th when the floods started. And today, crews continue to search and recover. Our Zaria Oates is at Vista Camps in Ingram. Zaria, the long road to recovery continues.
It is, and right now we're actually at the Rio Vista Camp for boys and Sierra Vista Camp for girls. It's separated just by a bridge, but by a bridge that you can no longer cross. We're standing just outside of where that bridge is and where the water continues to rush downstream of the Guadalupe River. There's actually some debris in the water that wasn't in there earlier when we first came out here. These tree trunks kind of in the middle of the bridge there. If you can see, we're going to zoom in just a little bit. They came down, washed over into the bridge area and started pumping water up the bridge towards where we were standing just a little bit ago. Now, what you're looking at is some of that lower level of the campgrounds here at the Vista camps. There are children's clothing in the trees, still extremely unfortunate sight here. We're seeing lots of entertainment systems that the kids were using and people in other areas were using. And then if you come back this way, more upstream, we're just off the side of the Guadalupe River. And if you look up in this tree, you can see a mattress. We're not sure where this mattress is from, but it's one of many that are stuck in trees out here in Ingram. We will continue to monitor the situation here in Ingram, Texas. And of course, if there is a flood warning in this area, you need to be out of areas like this where the water can come up very quickly. Live in Ingram, I'm Zaria Oates.
Heartbreaking to see so many belongings so high up in those trees. Zaria, thank you. This morning, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning put a stop to the efforts being made by first responders and volunteers across Kerrville. Our Devin Karp was there and explains what the additional rain will mean as the recovery and rebuilding process continues.
Seeing a lot of debris, a lot of homes ripped apart, a lot of homes, crashed into the banks in some circumstances.
The team behind nonprofit River Aid San Antonio has spent the last week waiting to come up to the Hill Country and volunteer. And they got a lot done on Saturday. But on Sunday,
we got that word. We were able to hold people off from getting down to lower elevations, stayed safely 35 feet above, and then finally got that full stop, and we're able to get everyone out nice and smooth.
Flood warnings and alerts were blasting on phones across the area as first responders were held back from working in bad conditions.
It's been very dangerous, very muddy down on the riverbank just with our heavy equipment and all that we're working with.
We drove through the streets of Ingram and Kerrville, looking at blocked roads, high waters, hearing thunder and lightning strikes, watching the river rise close to the roads and banks, but thankfully, we didn't see any major damage at the time.
So the rain is definitely going to make the efforts a bit harder to execute, for a couple reasons. One, we'll have to recalibrate, and obviously we're going to have more damage.
Volunteer crews like River Aid SA say it's going to adjust how they handle things on the ground. But fire crews say it's not all bad news.
And then just the fact that it's going to possibly uncover more debris that we're going to have to go through again, which is a good thing because it could possibly help us.
All indicators are pointing to a much more streamlined logistics system for next week, allocating resources and equipment in the right places at the right time.
Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
And from day one of the Hill Country flooding, Camp Mystic has been a huge focus. We can now report the final missing counselor, Catherine Ferruzzo, has been found. That's according to her family, who said in a statement that her body was found on Friday. In her memory, they're establishing the Catherine Ferruzzo Legacy Foundation to honor her. And as for the rest of the campers who lost their lives, you might have seen these green ribbons hung around poles, over windows, and even on lapels. They're in honor of the victims from Camp Mystic and across the Hill Country, those who have died and those who are still missing. People from all over the state are putting them up to show solidarity with those we've lost and their families who are still grieving. If you want to get involved yourself, the Kerrville community is making it easy for you. They just launched a website, kerrtogether.com. The website will provide everything from volunteer registration to debris removal requests. So if you want to help or are in need of it, visit kerrtogether.com. And here at KSAT, we, along with KPRC, our parent company, Graham Media Group, and Gray Media, have united to launch an urgent donation drive called Together for Texas. You can scan the QR code on your screen, and it'll take you directly to the donation page. We're proud to say this campaign has already raised more than $350,000. All of those funds raised will go directly to the community and to the on-the-ground efforts in flood-affected areas through the Salvation Army. If you're looking for a way you can help out and get outside, we have just the thing for you. We'll tell you how pickleball could make a difference in just a few minutes. Welcome back. Your time 5:40, and happening right now, an opportunity to help those impacted by the Hill Country floods while showing your competitive spirit. People are packing the Alamo Beer Company to play pickleball. The Alamo Beer Company on Lamar Street here in San Antonio has put out a pickleball court, food trucks, and an art class. The owner of the Pickleball Go, a small business that sets up more mobile pickleball courts, is working with local businesses for the fundraiser. Money from the event will go to the Salvation Army's response efforts in Kerr County. Again, the event is happening right now and will go until 8 tonight. And taking a look at live cam, upper 80s right now, kind of cloudy, and we are tracking some rain chances.
Yes, we're currently seeing some on authority radar, but tonight, some areas today got to see some sunshine, which was very much needed, but that sunshine helps fuel the potential and the chance for more storms later on. Right now on authority radar, just a few showers similar to what we've seen the last few days, but it is going to change later this evening. I'll break down your futurecast coming up in just a bit.
With everything that we've seen with the floods in the Hill Country, then of course a little over a month ago with the floods here in San Antonio, weather is top of mind for everybody. We are tracking some rain chances. What do the folks back home need to know?
Well, just be prepared. That's pretty much all you can do. Make sure you have all your KSAT Weather Authority app notifications, your KSAT app notifications, and even just government notifications. If you do get a flash flood warning or anything like that, make sure it's enabled on your phone. We're not seeing any currently, so you can be at ease just for right now. But on authority radar, we've been seeing a few light showers, a few maybe rumbles of thunder over the last little while, and it's going to continue to be fairly light just for a little while longer. What we're watching later today is more development across south central Texas. So the storms we saw earlier about lunchtime go through areas of Bexar County, they're now on their way to Houston. So here's how much rain we actually saw in areas of South Central Texas just within the last 24 hours. Once again, in San Antonio, I'll do the little query so you can see those green kind of stretches. That's where you get an inch of rain. In the hill country, they saw some heavier rain in areas of Bernie, but really focusing on the hard hit areas near Mountain Home, Hunt, Ingram, where they did stop some recovery effects earlier today. They saw anywhere from 2 or more, even some areas saw 3 inches of rain today. And that's why they did put the Guadalupe River on high alert. They do still have a flood warning in effect till tomorrow, because it's still saturated and because it's still flowing relatively quickly and there's more rain on the way. So here's kind of what we're watching right now. Once again, we do have a flood watch in effect, but only until 7 p.m. But even beyond 7 p.m., once that sun sets, there's still the chance and the possibility of more rain overnight tonight. And it's not only in areas of South Texas and the hill country. It goes all the way up to even the Metroplex, even getting near the Red River. So it's not only us in areas of South Central Texas and the hill country. It's going to be a little more widespread chance for the flood watch for parts of other areas of Texas. So here's the future cast and kind of what you need to know going forward. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, yes, there is still the chance of rain. I wish I had better news. But overnight to tomorrow, once again, we're going to continue to see the chance and the possibility of more storms to start once that sun is getting ready to set. That sun adds fuel to start some of these showers and thunderstorms. And once again, don't pay attention to the exact location of where we're tracking the specific bullseye, but anywhere in that watch I showed you, that's where we have the chance for heavier rain. All along R35 through areas of Bexar County, the hill country, even going into areas of Uvalde tonight into tomorrow. Now, tomorrow morning about 3 a.m., if you're waking up a little early before the sunrise, just know we're still tracking the chance of some extra showers. Tomorrow morning for your morning commute seems to be mostly okay, but still be on alert. There's still more chances of some rain showers, and any showers and storms that start to build up just to the west can possibly creep back in. But once again, we'll keep you posted. But just know that tonight, just for your rainfall potential. Once again, don't pay attention to the tiny location of everything. Just know that we are tracking the chance of where you see those red colors. That's where you can see 4 inches or more. Even some areas where you see pink or purple, that can even be heavier amounts of rain. So we'll keep you posted tonight on the latest forecast, not only for us, but across areas of South Central Texas, as areas of the hill country are still trying to recover from the rain they saw last week. We are going to be relatively dry as we head throughout the middle portion of next week. Rain finally returns on Friday and Saturday when we're watching something in the tropics to bring up extra moisture for us in San Antonio.
It's crazy to think about the last several weeks. We went from, obviously, we're still in a drought.
Yes.
But we went for begging for rain, for now begging for a break.
Too much rain.
Yeah,
exactly.
Begging for a break, especially in those saturated areas. Thanks for that, Shelby. Shifting gears to baseball, we have San Antonio Blood, who is going to be likely a top pick for a major league team.
I mean, we're just patiently waiting right now, JP, guys. I mean, what an opportunity for KSAT Cunningham to be getting drafted in the MLB draft. We're going to check it on the live updates and let you know where he is and whether or not he's got drafted yet. Plus, the San Antonio Spurs are having some fun out in Vegas. We're going to explain what's happening on your screen when we come back.
I mean, I was just happy to play basketball. I mean, I get to play basketball for a living now. So, I mean, I was probably smiling the whole game, just happy to be out there.
Well, Dylan Harper and the San Antonio Spurs and the Summer League guys are having some fun out in Las Vegas. Next on Big Board Sports. We're going to get into the Spurs Summer League stuff and all those highlights in just a second. But first, San Antonio's own KSAT Cunningham has been waiting his entire life for tonight's Major League Baseball draft. The Johnson High School graduate was set to attend Texas this fall, but that was before scouts started picking up on his talent this past season. The infielder is ranked as the best baseball player in the state of Texas and projected to be selected in the top 20 picks in the draft. KSAT 12 Sports Director Larry Ramirez caught up with KSAT to see how he's doing before draft day.
Can you anticipate at all what you're going to be feeling like on Sunday when the draft starts?
I'm trying to imagine myself like what I'm feeling and what put myself in that spot. But yeah, I just can't wait for that feeling. Yeah, I've talked to pretty much all 30 clubs since the fall, and some at the half of them at the combine as well.
When you have guys on MLB Network and former MLB players talking about how good you are, especially your hitting, how did that make you feel?
Yeah, just kind of full circle moment. All the work me and my dad, me and my family put in, it was a good kind of reassurance of the hard work I put in.
Well, KSAT hasn't been drafted yet. We'll update you on that later tonight of the Night Beat. If you've checked social media lately, you might have seen this video from Jeremy Sohan's Instagram story where he appears that the Spurs are taking synchronized swimming classes while out in Vegas watching these Summer League games. As for the action on the court, yesterday's battle against the Dallas Mavericks was a fun one. Dylan Harper playing his first pro game after sitting out the Cali Classic. He finished with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Mavs #1 pick Cooper Flagg with the slam. He had a game-high 31 points. The Spurs were going to beat the Mavs by 7, and after the win, Dylan Harper shared what it was like to be back on the court for the first time since early March.
I mean, I feel great. I mean, like you just said, I ain't playing a while, so I was itching to get back up on that court. But I mean, once the ball went up, it just felt like regular basketball to me again. So I definitely felt great.
Did you have to lobby to get out there today, or was the plan always to play?
I mean, I think the plan is always to play if I'm available, if I feel ready, if I'm right, if the time is right, if the me and people talk over and stuff is right, and I'm all good to go. I feel like I'm always going to play.
Defensively, you put on another show. Just going up against Flagg, did that get your juices flowing even more?
No, I just try to treat every game as I did the last. Game is going according to another. If you start getting up and down, it's going to be hard for you to wake up and play games when you're playing against teams that aren't that good. You know what I mean? So I just try to keep a level head, try to keep an even mentality towards everything. But it comes to hell of a player. You want to compete against the best in the world. So him being the #1 draft pick is definitely just an opportunity to measure up and compete.
Well, the Spurs will be back in action tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. against the Utah Jazz, then on Thursday against the Charlotte Hornets. Well, last night, San Antonio FC Military Appreciation Night game had it all, from honoring our men and women in uniform to warm-up T-shirts that said Hail Country Strong on them, to the first ever military flyover at Toyota Field. Then the game started. And in stoppage time, Luis Andres Paredes working through the traffic, centering the ball to Luke Hawkinson for the game winner. SAFC making it 4 straight wins, and Hawkinson shared this goal just came from them having fun at practice.
All the attackers, if you look at us in training, we are constantly working together after training, learning each other's tendencies, and I know there's a lot of attention on Andres a lot of the game just because he's extremely fast and he can create a lot of chances, which credit to him because that frees me up in a lot of time and space just to tap it in. So that's kind of what was going through my mind. If I'm watching Andres, I know that the attention is there, which means that there's not a lot on me, so I just got to follow the play.
They never give up, they never give up. At a point, we look like they keep fighting, the referee say 1 more minute, they're going to add 1 more minute, and they continue running, playing, pressing. We got the goal, so that impressed about my team.
SAFC now holds the top spot in the USL Championship Western Conference standings and will host New Mexico United on July 26th. And also coming up tonight, we're going to have updates on Wimbledon and the men's singles final that happened today.
Going back to the Spurs.
Yeah.
You got to love grown men, full send with the goggles on. Just dudes being dudes, having fun in the pool.
Having some fun, man.
I still do it.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Nick.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Still tracking some isolated pop-ups already starting in areas of Floresville going down towards Jourdanton. That's going to still be the potential overnight tonight. Remember, we are in a flood watch, not a warning. A watch means it's possible to see some isolated flooding, not a guaranteed. If you get the warning on your phone, that's when you need to take action immediately. Still a 60% chance of rain overnight tonight into tomorrow, 30% tomorrow. Trying to dry out over the week before more chances of rain returns next weekend.
Lots to keep an eye on. Thanks for that, Shelby. We'll see you guys tonight at 10.